You can see my green crack's not quite green. Or sorry, Green Dragon. Not quite green. It's hecka dark. But that's because I took some tincture that was already made pretty strong, and I ran it through the tincture machine again with some more, over an ounce of more flour in it. We'll see if I can make it a little bit stronger so I don't have to eat so many gummies. Now guys, I got this turned up a little high right now because I just got it started. I was trying to get it up. I'm going to turn it down some because you don't want to cook this off too fast. You get it up too hot and all you're doing is ruining your tincture. So once you get it to a light boil, you just want to simmer it, because this is just alcohol, guys. Alcohol and spinach, that's all that's in there right now. For those of you guys that have never made this before, if you thought decarbing your stuff stinks, y'all just go ahead and get ready for this process right here, because cooking off this alcohol is going to make you feel all kind of goofy, man. I don't know. I hate this process. It makes me feel lightheaded when I'm standing in here. I got to open up the windows to the house when I'm making this, because this alcohol is flammable. For those of you guys who, and I don't mean no offense by this, but I want to put this disclaimer out there. I live in a house with gas appliances. You notice I'm using a hot plate, okay? I'm not cooking on my glass appliances. You will blow your house up that way. Do not do it. Those of you who's got the cojones to try to make can of sugar or tincture or anything like that with gas appliances, you guys are knuckleheads. I wish you the best though. Don't hurt yourself. I don't mean that in a bad way. You guys just got some massive cojones. So you're going to stir this around until it becomes like a molasses. I'm going to pause this, and when we get to the right point, I'll pick up where we go. Before I'll go ahead and pause, I want to get y'all up to speed with the next steps that'll be going into this. Have to find what I did with it. So once this gets cooked down enough, the next step is to add your flavoring. I'm making peach strawberry this time. So I highly recommend that you have this flavoring, whatever kind you're planning on using, opened and ready. Because when it's time, you ain't got time to be hunting it down and looking for it and all that other stuff. I'm just letting you know right up front, this is a very fast process. Now, I've already got my molds laid out on wax paper. I've got everything ready. We come over here. I'm going to whisk this a little bit more. Y'all ignore my messy kitchen, man. I made a big Italian dinner last night, and I've got some fresh veggies here from the garden. But you want to get this whisked up. This is called blooming. Now inside of here, I've got 2 of these packs, which is equal to 12 ounces. I got 2.5 of these packs. Each pack represents 1 ounce. That's 2.5 ounces. I got a 1/4 cup of honey. You can't use anything that's tarty, like you don't want to use pineapple or citrus, but I got 1 cup of apple juice that's going to be in there with it. I got 1 tablespoon of citric acid, and then of course I got 1 Loran's peach flavoring. So this is cooking down nicely, guys. I'll be back when it's ready. Alright guys, you guys can see it starting to look more like molasses now. A lot of the bubbles and stuff, the smaller little tiny bubbles, they're starting to cook off. That means we're to that level. Okay, so we're going to give this just another second, and we're going to swirl in all this here flavoring. Got to swirl that in real good. Make sure that's good and swirled in. I'm gonna pause it. All I'm gonna be doing is dumping in other stuff. I just don't want to ruin it, so I'm gonna put this down when I do it. All right, now that we got it all poured in here with the goop, our goal is to stir it up real good. Calm down, Bubba. We're gonna calm it down real good. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna bring it up to a light boil. You don't want to get it too hot, but our goal here is to soften this jello up and get everything to combine and not be gritty. Once this starts to simmer, you need to set a timer for 7 minutes. This is going to take 7 minutes on a small little simmer to soften everything up and make sure that all of your stuff is dissolved. Okay, otherwise you can wind up with lumpy, gritty gummies and whatnot, and you won't like them. They'll taste like sand. So make sure that you get this stirred up good, and during this 7 minutes you have to keep stirring. You can't stop. You just got to keep going with it. It takes 7 minutes. Like I said, guys, have your stuff ready. Have everything ready. I got all my molds laid out. I got more than I need. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 molds here ready to roll. Alright guys, we're up to this little rolling simmer I was telling you about, so we're going to turn the heat down some. You can see that the jello is simmering fairly well. Got the timer set. We've got 4 minutes left on the cook, and then it'll be time to pour. Like I said, you got to get this good mixed up real good. Make sure everything's nice and even. And then the next step's going to be pouring. I'm not going to pour on camera because I've got my little stand being used for something right now, and I don't feel like getting with it. So next thing you guys will see is just the finished product, man. Y'all have a good one. I'm Doc Green Thumb. I'm out.